very quickly, let's go to Ndidi. So Ndidi made the mistake. They gave up a goal. A lot of times he's inconsistent and everything. Maybe it's not that he's not playing well. Maybe he's overworked in that midfield because he has no help. What's your thoughts, Afolabi? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that the problem in that midfield has to do with the coach. There's no balance. Ndidi
Yeah.
is essentially a central defensive midfielder,
Yeah.
breaking the lines and defending and tackling and defending spaces. Now, with his age and how long he has been playing for, he doesn't have the
Also, ja.
Yes, also, he doesn't have the legs to cover the required ground. Onyedika and Iwobi have the propensity to move forward, so there's no balance in that midfield. And most of the time, when we push players forward and we lose the ball, the recovery runs are not adequate to cover for him. And our defenders, most of the time, are also very static. I think Ndidi is still very useful if there's balance in the midfield and he has very good complement for his position.
Yeah, it
That's what I
reminds me of
feel.
Man U. You guys, that South American slow midfielder that used to be really good. I forgot his name, but go ahead, go Cooler. I mean,
So
I follow.
Ndidi has to sit rather a bit too deep because of the defense as
Yeah, he
well.
has to
Because
sit
he was
very
almost like
deep.
the last man
He has to sit
when he
very
made
deep. He
that
doesn't
mistake.
have too much space to run with the ball. He's not a box to box. He just sits in front of the back four and does his work. But anytime the other two midfielders move forward, they leave him exposed. So I think that's the problem. He can still play as a central defensive midfielder, but we need players that can foil his position and make our midfield more balanced. That's just what I feel.
Yeah, and this is the big problem with Nigerian football because we know that to be a forward, you can be fast. Nigeria has a lot of fast people, powerful people. Defense is okay, but midfield is technical, and we're not developing midfielders
Yeah, I
throughout
also
the.
think we missed Aino, and I also
Yeah,
think that
we do.
Stanley Wabili
Yep.
is a bit of an
Yep.
attention seeker. Although the goal wasn't
Yep.
his fault. I mean, he had covered the ball was going to his far post, and the deflection sent it to his
Okay.
near post. So I won't blame him, but he's a bit of a showboater. He takes
Yeah.
He tries to draw attention to himself, and he risks all kinds of
Now is
calamity
not the
because of
time.
it.
Now is not the
And it
time. So,
affects the confidence of the back four because then they're always afraid that when the ball goes back to their goalie, he's going to try to do something stupid. Unfortunately, I've researched Okoye, who was a second goalkeeper who played for Udinese, and he had similar problems.
Cooley, which AI
When
did you use? Which
he
AI did
last
you
year.
use? Send me the link to the AI.
So I do believe that we need a calmer, a calm goalkeeper can make all the difference. I
Yeah.
think that our central defenders, we only have Calvin Bassey.
And
I
Wabili
think
did
we
good in the
need
penalties,
another,
though. He did good. And
well,
Wabili
yeah,
did
we
okay.
need another quality central defender,
Yeah.
and then we need a couple of midfielders. We need a proper eight, and the sixes we have. Onyeka is okay, but he's not championship top level quality. He's
Mr.
just
Kunle, we
okay.
need backup
He's like
striker.
a
Backup
band-aid.
striker for City.
Onyeka is not like he's not a midfield. Onyeka is not a midfield player that's going to win things. Yeah, he's
Okay.
a decent backup if you've got an injury or you
All
want
right.
to put someone on. But to
How much
actually
time
have
do we have
two
left?
top players, we need two players better than Ndidi and Iwobi. Those two players are two positions are too weak.
Okay. How much time do we have,
I,
Afolabi?
personally, I don't think we have a
Afolabi, how much
strikers
time do we
problem
have?
because if you are not creating good chances for strikers to utilize,
Afolabi's
there is
mic
no.
is on
We
mute.
have strikers
We
already.
must be arguing with somebody.
The problem we are having is just the creative midfield, our midfield,
All right.
and our defense too.
Okay, so
Five
right,
I
let's
minutes.
don't
go
know
to
why.
Five
Mr.
minutes.
let's
Five
go to
Said,
minutes.
Mr. Warif
issue.
because Mr. Warif hasn't been able to talk. What are your thoughts about Ndidi and in general Nigeria's midfield problem, Mr. Warif? Yeah.
Like what Mr. Falabi said, Ndidi is not getting younger. So, as a good coach, what do you do? If you must feature Ndidi, you need somebody that is a box-to-box player, like somebody like Rice that can cover up for him, or Zubi Mendy that has that kind of quality that can cover up. So the pressure will not be on what do you call Ndidi. Then, if I may divert a little, for Iwobi, we need the kind of midfielders we need is somebody like Bruno Fernandez, or somebody like what's he called now?
Maybe not Bruno. Bruno is a 10.
Odegaard.
Position. Bruno is a similar
We need somebody like
Odegaard
that can dictate the pace. Because what was it called?
You need somebody like
does not dictate
McAllister.
the pace in the midfield.
Yeah, McAllister.
Yeah, somebody that can impose himself in that midfield,
In
that
fact,
can
Nigeria
dictate the game,
should
make
model
passes.
themselves. They should model themselves off of Holland. Holland doesn't have a lot of creative midfielders, but they're dynamic.
Then,
go ahead, Apollo.
Then also the coach need to scout for backup strikers. Those two guys they brought in, that big guy, I think that guy should go into modeling or go to play basketball. Why the other striker? Yes, because he was not doing it.
He's a point man. He's not there for pace. He's supposed to be there if you want to put balls into the
guy
box.
Is a fine boy. He should go and do modeling. He should go and do modeling or basketball.
As big as he is, he's not physical. Okay,
he's not just physical, but he's not.
Yeah. They're not getting balls. They are not getting balls, so you can't actually blame them.
No.
No, but again, balls in the middle. No ball going to them in the ball.
That's the Bissaka effect. That's the Bissaka effect.
See, if we use those guys in Nations Cup, our name will be sorry.
See, look, they can't do anything. When nobody was getting the ball to Osimhen still holds up defenses and
Osimhen is a threat. Threat to any defender.
Corridor, whatever his name, Korakade or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that shit, man.
And even the other striker is number 18.
Yeah, let's see what TK has to say. What's going on? Give us the South African perspective.
Okay, for Ndidi, for me, Ndidi is a CDM that I call a CDM of the, he's a man of the dark arts. By dark arts, I mean he needs to be a CDM that does things simple. His role is to recover the ball defensively and give it to your midfielders or your fullbacks, right?
Yeah.
But now, you know what happens in the Nigerian team? He's asked to do everything defensively and he's left isolated. And when you're a CDM, you're left isolated.
And they were even using him to come forward. They were using him to come forward in their game against the game before that. They were using him to come forward also,
Gabon.
which is pretty. Yeah, Gabon. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And if you leave him too isolated and you open up too much, the positioning sometimes even for the Nigerian players, I don't understand. Sometimes you open up too much, then you make the passing lanes difficult. Then you end up having an Ndidi making a mistake. Now you have to play with a Nwabali who's not good on the ball. He's not gonna give you a champagne pass to his fullbacks or a champagne pass to his right or left wing.
Cheap ass United.
So that midfield just needs to be revamped. If you revamp the midfield for Nigeria only, you have a
they have a lot of work.
Nigerian team.
Back in the 90s, we had a good midfield, man. Olise, all those guys, and Okocha, that was a midfield right there, man.
Mutia Adepoju.
That was a hard
the headmaster.
How much time do you have?
10 with 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay, so let's go to Syed. What are your thoughts? Yeah.
We've rightly pointed it out, like no passion. That's another thing that didn't work for those guys yesterday. I think most of them, they are just like they are thinking about their clubs. They don't want to get injured because you can see how
they're thinking about their Instagram. They want to show their beautiful girlfriend on Instagram.
You can see that. I played football when I was still very, very young. Now that the mistake Ndidi made there, he knew that there is a striker behind him. So what
you have to do is just
kick the ball away. Kick the ball away. What are you trying to stop the ball for? So, and it was so very, very easy. And even the play before the goal, they gave a pass to Iwobi. You know that you lost the ball. Instead of you to track back and try to win the ball or cover up to for the 3. As in very easy. You lost the ball. You couldn't even track back. So the old Super Eagles yesterday, I don't know. It's more as if they are all compromised. I won't be surprised if it happens that it is
they are thinking about Champions League.
They're thinking about Champions League, and they don't want to go for those matches. They don't want to go to the US for that qualifying tournament because it's in the middle of the European League. I'm serious.
To buttress what Saeed said, even our substitutes, they are still more highly ranked as players than the Congolese players that played there. And what is happening is that the Congolese players, they are ready to catch you by the teeth and fight and die for that place. Whereas we are playing like we're in a practice match where we don't want to hurt ourselves because we're professionals who have to get back to our clubs. Even if you're better, if you're not going to give it your all, you're not going to make it. That's the lesson that Nigeria needs to learn about international football.
Yeah. All right. So What are your thoughts, Mr. Falabi?
Yeah, I quite agree with you, but my own blame goes to the coach and the NFF.
Yeah.
You hired a coach. One of the responsibilities of the coach, you improve the crop of players you inherited. You do scouting in the diaspora as well as Africa to develop local talent. He has not done anything of that sort. Who are the next Ndidis? Who are the next Iwobis? We don't know them. He doesn't have any scouting network. He has not developed the players. He's just working with the same.
Look at that Benjamin guy. That guy was such a big surprise.
Allowed? I mean, is he being
The only player, Mustafa, you're right to say that impressed me yesterday was Benjamin Franklin. He was hardworking.
Yes.
He pushed.
Even the last game, he was the only player that
Kevin Bassey tried also.
Passion.
Calvin Bassey tried too.
That's why I was angry. That why did the coach change the formation that he played the last time? That 5 assists, they played well.
Saeed, Calvin Bassey tried. But how do you allow a defender, a left-footed defender, to play your first penalty kick?
That's crazy.
You can see how stupid that coach is.
You blame the coach.
All right.
Okay, somebody said Wabali would have even taken the first penalty kick and he would have scored.
Better.
No, he would have scored.
Victor Moses and the one Calvin Bassey played. So what's the point? When you know that the coach knows that the game is going to penalty kick, as in for a very good coach, you are supposed to bring in your best penalty player. What about our captain, Ekong? You know that he can play a penalty very well. You should have brought him in. I mean, that's why I said I won't be surprised if it happens that the all our players and coaches they are compromised or something.
Bassey is not Izibibio. It's not ethic. That's the main problem. Izibibio.
Yeah, it's from Akwa Ibom. It's from Akwa Ibom.
Let's end it with this.
It was ethic would have been all right. As soon as he missed, as soon as he was about to take the goal, say, is it ethic or Ibibio? As soon as he missed, I was like, Ibibio.
Let's end it with this.
The penalty was so poor. Very poor.
Let's end it with this. Champions League for African nations. Nigeria's champions. What's the name of the team again? Stars. Rema Stars. That's the best in our league. Mr. TK, what was the score when they played Sundowns?
Aggregate score was 7-1.
That's the whole problem. Our champions, the best team in Nigeria for the league, lost 7-1. That goes to show you
our league is corrupt. Our league is corrupt. The whole system of the league is corrupt.
We're not developed. Look, what's his name? What's his name came straight out of our league. What's his name? The one that put his hand through when he scored. Nigeria's striker.
Rashidi Yakini.
They don't even care. I would
they don't even care. Even for the fact that we don't have
30,000
naira. That's why we're losing. But that's why we're losing, because we don't have youth development and we don't have league. We don't have a league.
Exactly.
Even Morocco, who has players from France and everything, they still have 40% of their team is from their local league. Yeah.
Even why the likes of Morocco? A team shop, you can go and buy the team shirt so you can make small money. They don't even have that. You can't even go and buy this nice shirt and say,
that is why I said whoever that is following this our Super Eagles matches, they know that the thing has been coming for years, as in the road, the corruption. We are not developing our leagues, we are not developing any players, no scouting. I was even reading yesterday that they did not even sponsor our supporters club to the match.
All right, let's go because I don't want to
help us and they don't want to help themselves.
Yeah, I thought I would take it down.
So the corruption does. I'm not surprised. I'm just paying that my country won't be in the World Cup.
Enjoy the World Cup. Relax and enjoy the World Cup.
Yeah, it's been another brilliant football show. We have been discussing the Nigerian midfield, Iwobi and Ndidi. Personally, I'm not pained that we're not there. We're going to save a lot of economic money. Maybe 5 billion would have been allocated for those fools.
Exactly.
So from myself, Mustafa, Warif, Kuli and Tito, we'll be back again with Nigerian football and by and large African football. Good night for now.
Subscribe and like, guys. Subscribe and like.
Nice show.